It's human nature for our emotions to rub off onto others. That's our extent of our rubbing today.
Dr. Tiffany Johnson with Healing Touch Chiropractic is here to talk about how our holiday stress apparently rubs off on our kids' health as well. Welcome back, Doc.
Hey, thanks.
Do you need a little rubbing today?
I do need a little rubbing.
Hello.
I'm going to be doing a little rubbing. Yes.
Have you been noticing that increase of people even just coming in and sneaking in for 5 minutes? I'm sure that they have been being like, oh, this holiday season, I can't.
It's every holiday season, but you know, if I were to take a poll of all the families that I work with, you know, it's always the too busy. Everything is ending. It's concert season, it's game season, it's test, you know, all the kids that are in school, it's last minute tests and quizzes, and we are frazzled always. Really, I just see it from like mid-Thanksgiving time, mid-November to December. I think the immune system struggle goes November, December, January, February. But that's where a lot of people will talk about the germ or talk about, my kids are at daycare and they can't get outside and they can't move and everyone's sick. And well, it's a lot more than just the germ. It's a lot more than just daycare. Because if you ask any teacher or daycare provider, right, kids are bouncing off walls, so we have a behavioral issue, and everybody's sick. So we have an immune system and digestive issue, and that really comes from us. Did you know that?
So I was going to say, so you can fix both of those things, the energy and
Well, it's not so much about fixing, right?
Okay.
It's all
Adjusting.
about addressing and then adapting to the stressors. And I think as women, some men too, but as women, we are perfectionists this time of year. We go above and beyond. We do things that sacrifice ourselves and our family's health for making sure mom and dad and grandma and grandpa are happy and aunts and uncles, and holy heck, it's just about too much. And so we have this, like, you know, if you think of a teapot, just a mild roar all the time before it spews, that's what's going on all the time. So it doesn't take many extra things to make the teapot go.
I thought she was going to use me as an example, like, oh, like you buy your sister 3 tops because you can't decide on one present, and then you run to the store to look on there instead of just online.
Perfectionist.
But that is what we do. We kind of set ourselves to a certain standard, and then we push ourselves a little bit too far sometimes.
Usually, all the time. And, you know, this one year sets the stage for the next year and the next year and the next year. And if we were just to back up the truck a little bit, think about simplicity, thinking of being joyful, and from a health perspective, making sure that our routine and their routine stays on track is the most important.
So how do you begin, number one, how does the stress affect the immune system? And then how do you begin to not be so stressful so that your immune system doesn't get going in the wrong direction?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, how stress affects the immune system. It usually starts with sleep. Well, the emotional part, of course, because we have that mild roar. You know, for kids, school-age kids should get 8 to 11 hours of sleep a night. So the younger, Isabella, she should be at that 11, 12. Well, looking at this season, I just know for my kids, that's really not the case. So you try to get naps maybe in the middle of the day, but I really think it starts with sleep. That's a huge thing. Food routine, us being frazzled and stressed and having all these things after school and late into the night. We're not cooking like we normally are, so we're grabbing things. Think of the muffins and cookies and goodies that are delivered to us. Sugar kills the immune system. So those are 3 main things. You know, I'm very real in the office, and the first things I talk about is stressy Susans are not healthy. And stressy Susans on the couch eating bonbons are even worse. So those 2, and giving that up to our kids, it's going to be a health nightmare.
Yikes.
Sugar kills the immune system. I didn't know that. All right, stick around. Much more coming up from Dr. Tiff right after this.